Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Final video of the day here, and this is the big one that I was kind of pretty much talking about for the whole gas thing and whatever, and what Biden has been technically doing to our to the gas, and this will kind of paint a picture. So, without further ado, without a super long intro this time, we'll get right into the article here. Joe Biden reportedly exports 5 million oil barrels despite U.S. gas prices. The Biden administration exported more than 5 million barrels of oil from its emergency reserves that were released in order to combat sky-high gas prices here at home, according to a report. The U.S. sent the oil, which was taken from the Strategic Petroleum Reserve that the Biden administration tapped into in hopes of getting mounting energy prices under control, to Asia and Europe, a Reuters is reporting. The release of 1 million barrels a day from the SPR through October has had a minimal effort in decreasing the price of oil. At the same time, it has depleted the reserves to their lowest level since 1986. Brent crude futures were slightly higher on Wednesday, rising more than 1.3% to around $104 per barrel, while U.S. West Texas Intermediate rose 0.65% to eclipse $100 per barrel. Fears of a recession pushed oil prices downward in recent weeks, but Americans were still feeling the pain at the pump. The nationwide average price of gallon of regular unleaded was costing American motorists $4.78 or 52% higher than the $3.13 that drivers were paying a year ago. Motorists in California are paying an average of $6.22 per gallon at the pump, the highest in the nation. Which they're not wrong about that one. While the prices of gas has fallen by as much as 15 cents in the last 3 weeks in some states, AAA is warning that the relief is short-lived as Americans gear up for a peak driving season in July, which will likely put further strain on limited supply. The Biden administration has defended its decision to release oil from the reserves, saying that doing so prevented gas prices from spiking even further. The SPR remains a critical energy security tool to address global crude oil supply disruptions. A Department of Energy spokesperson told Reuters, adding that the emergency releases helped ensure stable supply of crude oil. U.S. Customs data show that the Phillips 66, which is the fourth largest oil refinery in the country, shipped some 470,000 barrels of sour crude from the Big Hill HPR storage facility in Texas to Tres, Italy. Tres is where oil is loaded into a pipeline that transported to destinations on Central Europe. The European Union is aiming to replace energy sources that were lost as a result of the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Atlantic Trading and Marketing, an arm firm of French oil major Total Energies, exported 2 cargoes of 560,000 barrels each, the data showed. Cargoes of SPR crude was also headed to the Netherlands in a Reliance refinery in India. The injury source, a third cargo headed to China, another said. Don't know why we're giving it to China, but okay. At least one cargo of crude from the West Hackberry SPR site in Louisiana was set to be exported in July, a shipping source added. U.S. crude inventories are the lowest since 2004 as refineries run near peak levels. Refineries in the U.S. Gulf Coast were at 97.9% utilization, the most in 3.5 years. So, let me put in a little picture here for you people. Is that he is using our oil reserves essentially to other countries and not really helping the American people with this. Now, there are sayings that he is doing this to actually decrease the amount of people are paying at the gas station, or the pump rather, which is by minuscule or insignificant amounts. So there's also something that's going around, which I can see. But here's the thing: we need these oil reserves for the American people because we are paying very, very high gas prices, and we need to be able to put it down. But it's just not really working. So due to this fact, I want to know why this is being a huge thing and why Biden actually specifically wants to be sending millions and millions of barrels to Europe and Asia, but specifically Asia, which is China, because why would we do that exactly? Because they don't need anything. Now, here's some of the problems that we have is that, like us, are that we don't have a lot of oil refineries here in America, so we should probably add more oil refineries, which I would probably agree with, that we need to add more oil refineries here in the States. But here's the bottom line here is that we need to fix a lot of these issues. And here's the thing is that Biden here is actively ignoring the people, doesn't care about the people, because he says he wants to transfer everything to energy and wants to get off of actual gas powered vehicles, off of fossil fuels. And we can't really be doing that because we have to steadily move it across. If we move it steadily, we can be able to move everything, move across the board, and we'll be able to have, eventually that type of stuff in the long run, but people can't pay for these vehicles and stuff like that. What we're seeing here is that Biden's showing that they're really not caring about the American people, and that he wants the people to technically suffer due to this huge major fact. So, the people are seeing this. The people are looking at this and saying, we're done. We're tired of this. We don't want this anymore. And he's going to have a huge problem coming up with midterms, let alone the election. I don't think that people can even put this guy in anymore, because if they even try to put this guy in, after all the accusations, after all the stuff that's been happening, this is kind of the reality that we face here. These type of accusations and stuff on all the things he's planning, and people are not going to take it. They're going to vote for somebody else to come and take his place. And I don't even know if the Democrats are actually going to put him in charge to be the president of 2024, because nobody likes him. Everybody has very low approval ratings, and he has one of the lowest approval ratings in actual history. So, that being said, I'm not seeing where anything remotely okay is where they can put this man in front of the American people and say, vote for this guy. And people are going to say, sure? No, I don't think they're going to actually have to do that, because I don't think they can. I don't think any Democrat has anybody they can put into place that would want to get votes, because it's people are overwhelmingly voting red. That it's just a huge thing. We'll see what happens, guys. We'll see what happens. Alright guys, that's it for the video. Like, subscribe, share, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.